Good? Okay. Your mama's so fat that when God said, "Let there be light," he asked her to move. Your mama's so hairy, when she takes a shower, they film Gorillas in the Mist. We are all familiar with these styles of jokes, but few are familiar with the history of these jokes, the rules of these jokes, and the cultural references of your mama jokes. In this speech, I'm going to go over these 3 points. 1, history. 2, the rules. And 3, the cultural references. The history of your mama jokes. Your mama jokes originated in the slave days. Slaves would say yo mama to other slaves to make fun of their masters. So if they would say to another slave, your mama's so fat, or your mama's so hairy, they'd be talking about the other slave's master. And this evolved into the game of dozens. Dozens, as defined by UrbanDictionary.com, is an African-American custom played by 2 males that they go head-to-head in a competitive trash talk. The game of dozens wasn't only for your mama. They would talk about each other's styles, they'd talk about each other's clothes, they'd even go down to talk each other's breath. So this game evolved into what we now use as your mama jokes. Your mama jokes have evolved from going to slave days to the game of dozens to our current only attacking each other's mamas. Now, it's the second point, rules. There are 3 basic rules in the game of dozens. The first rule is that if you get physical with the other competitor, you automatically lose. If I were to say something against your mother and you were to hit me, that would make you lose in the game of dozens. Because the game of dozens is a game of wit, not a game of physical attributes. So the second rule is the first person to attack the mother truthfully loses as well. You have to stick to things that are untruthful to the other person's mother. If your mother was so fat, and I were to say your mother is so fat, that is against the rules. You have to stick to things that are untrue. So if she was so fat, I would have to say she's so skinny. Or if she was so hairy, I would have to say she has no hair. So that the other person would not get angry. It is a hit below the belt in the game of dozens. And the third and final rule is the first person not to be able to come back at that person loses. So if you were to hit me with a joke and I was unable to come back with another joke, I would lose because you have to be quick on your feet. And that goes with the 3 basic things that your mama jokes need. Is 1, delivery, 2, sting, and 3, quickness. So 1, delivery. You can use visual aids in your mama jokes. You can use your hands. You can point at the person, but you can't get physical with them. So I could get this close to your face and just scream at you about your mama. Or I could bring out something to show how fat your mama is. I could bring out a shirt and say, here, this is your mama's shirt, and it's a parachute. So that's delivery. Seeing how funny you can be with how you're going to say it. And 2 is the quickness. Seeing how fast you can respond with somebody. If I were to come in your face and hit you with something, you have to be right back there into my face. The first person not to be able to come with one loses. And sting. How much did that hurt your ego? If I said something that was a lame joke and you just brushed it off, that doesn't sting the other person. You have to hit them something where it hurts. You have to make sure that they know it hurt them. And now for cultural references, my third point. Cultural references. Many movies in our culture use these jokes. For example, White Chicks, Meet the Spartans, 8 Mile, Party House. All of these have scenes in where their actors go head-to-head in the game of dozens. White Chicks actually has an extensive scene where the 2 undercover agents attack 2 other females about their mothers, and they aren't able to come back, but they just still keep going because they can't respond. And not only movies, but TVs as well. There's actually a TV show called Yo Mama. There's a TV show called Wild 'N Out where they use the game of dozens. In Family Guy, they attack each other's mom in some episodes, and even the old school show, The PJs. But Yo Mama is a show where Wilder Valderrama and his 2 co-hosts go from coast to coast trying to figure out who is the best Yo Mama or dozens competitor. So in conclusion, we have used these jokes as a quick and easy way to fill our lives. We've used them in movies and in TV shows. Thank you.